Good morning to one and all. Today we're going to discuss about some neat questions from the environmental issues. Uh, okay, so this is first one is that is a fact definition type of questions. Okay, I will read out the question. First question: pollution causes a undesirable change in which of the following characteristics of air, water, land, and soil. Hope you can visible the questions there in the screen. First question: the pollution causes undesirable changes in which the following characteristics of air, water, land, or a soil. Option C is A physical, option B chemical, option C biological, option D all of this. So here the pollution that causes undesirable change in which of the following, if it is in the air or water or land, soil, all the physical, chemical and biological the changes that occurs that we called as a pollution. If it is a air pollution means so that must be consist of all of the physical, chemical and biological. So answer is all of this, D. Second question: to improve the quality of environment, air, water and soil, the government of India passed the Environmental Protection Act in the year. So means in which year? So that is the Environmental Protection, that is Act which was passed. So that is option A 1981, option B 1986, option C 1987, option D 1974. So it is 1986 is the right answer, where the in the government of India passed the environmental protection the year. Okay, so third question: so which of the following is the most efficient device to eliminate the particulate matters from the industrial emission? So in the industrial emission, so which one of the instrument so that is used to remove the dust particles, so the particulate matters, you can say that. So option is cyclonic separators, option B trajectory separators, option C incarnation, option D electrostatic precipitator. So electrostatic precipitator that is widely used in the industrial emissions. So this is a device which removes the 99% of particulate from the industries. Okay. Fourth question: the scrubber is used mainly to remove which of the following gases from the exhaust after spraying a water line? So this is a scrubber. So which scrubber is used to mainly remove the which of the following? So option is carbon dioxide, option B is a sulfur dioxide, option C oxygen and nitrogen, option D carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide. So sulfur dioxide is the right answer. So that is the scrubber is used to remove the sulfur gas from the exhaust after spraying a water or a lime water. Fifth question: the diameter of particulate matters that causes the greatest harm to human health is. So what will be the diameter of the particulate matter that causes the greatest harm to the human health, human beings? So option E, that is the less than or equal to the 2 micromillimeter. Option B, that is less than equal to 0.25 micromillimeter. Option C, less than or equal to 1 micromillimeter. Or option D is the less than equal to 0.1 micromillimeter. So here, so option A is the right answer. So that will be the diameter of a particulate, so which causes the greatest harm to the human health. Got it? So we will go to the sixth question: which of the two expensive metals are used to catalyst or catalytic converters are fitted to the automobiles for reduction of emission of poisonous gases? Option A platinum, palladium, rhodium. Option B cadmium and rhodium. Option C copper and cadmium. Option D lead and mercury. See here, there are the two expensive metal that is used for catalyst. It acts as a catalytic converter. So that is platinum, palladium and the rhodium. So that makes a reduction of the emission of poisonous gases from the automobiles. Seventh question. So which of the following level of a sound may damage eardrum? So eardrum and can impair hearing ability to permanently. So which of the following level of a sound, so that may going to damage our eardrum to impair hearing ability to permanently. So permanently, so we're going to lose the hearing, the power of hearing. So and what is the level of the sound? So option A 80 decibel, option B 100 decibel, option C 120 decibel and option D is 150 decibel. Here, so 150 decibel will be the sound, so that may damage our eardrum if we hear more than 150 or more than 150 decibel of level of a sound. If you're going to hear, so we'll lose the power of hearing. Eighth question. Euro second norms stipulate the sulfur be controlled at dash ppm in diesel and dash ppm in petrol. That is the Euro norms, Bharat stage anta ನಾವು ಕರೀತೀವಿ, called as a Bharat stage, that stipulate the sulfur that is controlled. That is option A. So that is the right answer. So that is 250 ppm in a diesel, 150 ppm, that is a parts per million, 150 ppm in a petrol. So that is the right answer. So option A. Option B, next question, ninth question. All automobiles and fuel, petrol and diesel were to meet the Euro 3rd emission specification in some cities from 1 April 2005 to and have a meet the Euro norms for Euro 4th norms by. So here, so there are some dates which have given the from some cities like from 1 April to the 2005 to the, so from Euro 3rd emission to the 4th emission, and which date so they're going to norms going to meet. So option is 1st April 2008, option B 1st April 2009, option C 1st April 2010, option D 1st April 2012. So here, so the right answer is 1st April 2010. So from Euro norms 3rd emission, which starts from 1st April 2005 to the it going to end. So that is means Euro norms is that 4th one that going to meet on the 1st April 2010. Okay. 10th question. Which of the following minimum percentage of impurities by domestic sewage make the water unfit for a human use? So minimum percentage of impurities by domestic sewage that makes a water unfit for human use. Andre now domestic sewage water ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೋ, so that is makes unfit for the human usage. So what will be the minimum percentage that impurities must present in a domestic purpose? The option is A, that is 1, option B is the 5%, option C is 0.1, option D is 0.5. So option 5 is the right answer. Sorry, option C 0.1 is the right answer. Next one. The amount of organic matter in a sewage water can be estimated by. The amount of organic matter in sewage water can be estimated by measuring a oxygen demand, the weight of microorganisms. Option C salt analysis. Option D is the calorimetry. The amount of organic matter that is in the sewage water can be estimated by measuring the oxygen demand, that is BOD, that is biochemical oxygen demand. Got it? So that means the BOD, so that measures the organic matter that is present in the sewage water. 12th question. Full form of BOD is option A, biological organism death, option D, biotic oxygen demand, option C, biochemical oxygen demand, option D, biological organism death. So that is option C is the right answer, that is biochemical oxygen demand. In BOD, test oxygen plays an important role to destroy inorganic matter. That is option A. Option B, destroy pollution. Option D, destroy waste organic matter. Option D is none of this. So here in BOD, the test oxygen plays an important role is, so that is destroy, that is a waste organic matter, because that the BOD means indicates the amount of organic matter that is present in the water. 14th, the presence of large amount of nutrients in a water also causes excess growth of a planktonic free floating algae called. So option A, biomagnification, option B, eutrophication, option C is algal bloom, option D is a biofortification. See, the presence of large amount of nutrients in the water also causes the growth of planktonic. Planktonic is nothing but a algae. Got it? Planktonic is nothing but a algae, that is it may be free floating algae. So option C is the right answer, that is the algal bloom.